Hello, Anssi here for my chart review. It's Thursday, 16th of October. Another pretty crazy day. I'm seeing an uptrend here with this one crazy move here. Quite a lot of volatility and a lot of entries. I did pretty well actually today. Got in here at 9 o'clock market time. Didn't catch this trade, second entry long, although the signal bar doesn't look that good, but it's right off the trend line, so I might have taken that. Also, like a failed breakout below this level. The first trade I took was here. This one. It's kind of like a second entry short of a double top here. Also, you could look at it as a failed second entry long, I think. It was an easy move, a quick move. And then the second trade I took was here, second entry short. This bar broke higher first and then immediately turned down. I had slippage here, and when it started hanging around in this area, didn't go past this low, I got scared and I was thinking of what happened to Mac the other day with his slippage, and I got out with one tick. Of course, it was a beautiful move down, and you probably should have expected at least a retest of this low, maybe this level, and it went a bit further. But I actually did end up having slippage on most of my trades today. Even this here, it's only one tick. Here as well, only one tick. But this one moved so fast that I didn't even notice the slippage until later. I think at least on this trade there was no way of getting in with a 2-point stop, so it would have been maybe reasonable to increase the target with the amount that exceeded 2 points on this stop. But I didn't do that because of the slippage, and I didn't do that on any of my other trades because of the slippage again, although I think most, if not all of them, would have worked with even a 2-point target. Yeah, then there was this, I don't know what this is, some kind of a news-driven move probably. I was actually looking for maybe another move down here, breakout pullback or a second entry short, but instead it rocketed on up, went like in 2 minutes 20 points. So yeah, that's a big move. No way of getting in, I think. And it took most of it back here, which would suggest that it indeed was a news-driven move. This might have been a place to go short, but then again, you don't know if the price wouldn't have gone for a retest of this high after this strong of a move up. So I just decided to stay out, and all of this too is just pretty choppy and erratic, but there is this channel in play, I think, and here might have been a place for a long failed second entry short of this low, although it was right at this resistance level here, which is pretty much a measured move from the daily lows, or this low area here, and there was this kind of a midline here that was right at this triple top. But yeah, and this line has come to play also here and here. Then I took this trade here. Was another scratch trade, and I actually gave that one tick back that I got from here. I was looking at this trend line, possible trend line, and failed second entry long here, even though it didn't even tick higher here, so I was way too early. But I was looking for a retest of this line, which it did do after this small pullback, so this would have worked in the end. Of course, the proper place for a failed second entry long was this here. It was a nice signal bar, and right up this trend line that I drew later on. Then here I took this long. This one also had a 1 tick slippage. Or is it even 2 ticks? I think it's 1. Yeah. It's kind of like a failed second entry short. This was the first entry short here. Worked out pretty easily, and then it pulled back again. This one I looked at as a breakout pullback long of this area, and also you could probably look at this one too as a failed second entry short if you just ignore this small tick lower here. But anyway, this one had slippage too, another 1 tick. Then it didn't reach this upper trend line anymore, and it hadn't done that even on this high, so I felt comfortable taking a short here, even though there's quite a lot of overlap. I actually had a stop waiting here, but it didn't tick lower, and then it made another push up here and turned back down on the same bar, so just kind of like a trap and good place to go short. It went all the way down here. Marked this short as well. It's kind of like a two-legged pullback, but there's a bit of overlap as well, and it's pretty close to this area, but well, pretty close. It's almost 2 points, so there was enough room if you were scalping for 1 point only, as I was. Then I still had one trade. Just gonna back out. I was thinking at this point that maybe it would make another retest of this high, but now when I look at this, of course there's this obvious break here, so if you count that one, there's already been like 3 moves to a new high. So, but anyway, I took along here. It's actually kind of interesting. It's like a second entry long, and when this ticked higher, I put a limit order in back somewhere here. I think here, and I meant to drag it somewhere around here, but it shot down really fast. There's a couple of ticks and filmed me, so I got in pretty low here, and then got out as well pretty fast with that 1 point. There would have been easily enough room for another point, just as there would have been on these 3 trades here. But yeah, then this is kind of a failed second entry short, I think. It's a nice bullish looking bar, but it's a huge bar again, and there would have been enough room here. If you went long here, you would have put your stop at something like 4 points, but it did go, I think, at least 3 points higher, so you would have made it back on that move. Yeah, it's been another really interesting day. I've been looking at a 4,000 ticks chart as well, and this does look more like well, I don't know if you could say normal ES chart, or the ones there been, or we've been having earlier. Still not comfortable trading off of this one, but I might really have to adjust my stops and targets if it's gonna be like this from now on. The volatility, I mean, and the volume. Anyway, it was a pretty good day for me. No losers. I'll be back tomorrow to wrap up the week, and hopefully it will be as interesting as it has been this week. Yeah, that's all for me. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.